Most people aren't choosing their lives, they're repeating them. Not consciously, not intentionally, but rhythmically, as if trapped in a loop, believing it to be freedom. And it's not because they aren't trying. It's because something deeper is directing the experience, the subconscious. A field beneath the conscious mind, composed of survival scripts, inherited fears, generational memories, and deeply absorbed beliefs. It speaks not in thoughts, but in frequency. And that frequency becomes the default signal, echoing into relationships, choices, and self-worth. But here is the remembering. This inner field wasn't written in awareness. It was formed in forgetfulness. Forgetfulness of truth, forgetfulness of origin, forgetfulness of wholeness. And so it created patterns, not to harm you, but to protect the smaller self, the part that once believed it was separate from source, from safety, from enoughness. This is why the subconscious loops, not to punish, but to preserve. But preservation is not the same as presence, and when remembering begins, when even a whisper of soul emerges, everything starts to shift. Not because the subconscious is destroyed, but because it is seen for what it truly is, a loyal protector waiting for the soul to return. You do not need to fight the subconscious. You do not need to silence the mind. You simply need to bring it into communion, to observe, to witness, to meet the program with presence instead of resistance. Because the moment awareness touches the pattern begins to dissolve. This is the sacred law of energy. What is truly seen is already changing. Deprogramming is not destruction, it's revelation. You are not tearing anything down. You are releasing what was never yours. The old roles, the fear-based templates, the performance of worthiness. None of it belongs to you, the infinite soul. And so the journey is not about fixing, it's about remembering. Reprogramming isn't adding affirmations on top of distortion. It's returning to alignment. Because your soul doesn't install truth, it reveals it. Reveals what was buried beneath identity, beneath the doing, beneath the noise. There is nothing broken to fix. There is only distortion to clear. And the more clearly you remember who you are, the more distortion falls away without effort. This is the power of frequency. You do not have to push. You only need to resonate. And when the resonance is true, the subconscious realigns, because it follows the soul's lead, once the soul reclaims its place. If this message is resonating, if something ancient within you feels stirred, click like and subscribe, not for algorithm but for alignment. This is not a performance, it is a remembrance, and you are not alone in it. We are remembering together, so take a breath now, not to escape, but to return. Return to the space before the story, before the programming, before the forgetting. You are not the loops, you are not the roles, you are not the frequencies of fear or lack. You are soul, you are signal, you are the awareness that liberates the pattern, and every time you return to that truth, the subconscious reconfigures in love, because it never needed control, it only needed you.